What's up, peeps? See if we can get situated. Maybe I should do this more often. I feel like I'm out of the element. Let's see if I can see. There we go. Yep. Yeah, I figured out you heard me talking to myself earlier before, so it's looking for the stream and mashing buttons and everything and complaining, but you know, newer isn't always better. I wonder if I can make the chat go the other way. Live chat. I think it goes the other way. But oh well. Otherwise, it ends up. I wish it would scroll the other way. That way, when I'm reading, I can actually be looking at the camera instead of having to look down type thing. Pet peeve, I guess. Like it's sorted the other way. I don't see how you can sort it the other way. But whatever. So what's up, everybody? Few things. Not really any hardcore setup of what we want to talk about. It's 8:30 here this time, so I've got about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. What's up, Will? So first things I want to see is I know I was never big in a big Zigbee person, but if I can remember, dang, I closed all my windows. See, I was trying to close everything out and clean up everything. I got too overzealous and cleaned everything out. 162. All right, so we'll look at, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the so-called Zigbee thing, right? Yes, I do have the scene controller. So I guess what do you want to do first? I'll let y'all decide. So I have the scene controller sitting here. And if you want to talk about Tasmota Zigbee, I've got that sitting here. And I have that scene controller sitting here as well that we're going to go over. So y'all kind of pick whether y'all want it, which y'all want to do first. And when I say that the scene controller, it's that 8 button, one gang box. So it depends on how big of a Wi-Fi scene controller second, money stays in my pocket longer. Look, I think Zigbee's, I can get a 7 button. Is it worth it? So we'll do. How about we'll figure out how to mesh it. We'll go quickly over Zigbee, and then we'll do the scene controller, and then I want to see if we can do a Zigbee light. I went and scrounged out a Zigbee light bulb and see if I can compare it. So, not compare it. Pair it, not compare it. Pair it. It's way too long of a day, I guess. Long weekend. So the Zigbee stuff is scrolling down, and basically, I know some people have asked, like, hey, why? I do have a Zigbee controller. I've got the little Go Control Zigbee and Z-Wave. And I've since migrated off of using Z-Wave stuff. And just because I had some issues with Z-Wave, with interference and everything and reliability, that's the whole long story why I got into ESP8266 stuff. So I still have a couple Zigbee things to play with. I just don't use them. Um, and if you look at, and I guess I should look at let me just drag this over here and get this away. And the chat is not going to work on this, but that's no trouble. I don't care. So the one I bought off of AliExpress was this guy here, and it is, I do have this is the one I got off of AliExpress. And the cool part about, some people say, well, why you want to hook this up? Well, you can hook it up to an ESP8266 and put Tasmota on it. Well, then you got all your rules and stuff with Tasmota. Well, then, and this is one of the issues I had with Zigbee, is just because I don't have many devices and I don't have the mesh and everything. And so if I go put like a Zigbee light strip that I have, and I put it in the bedroom, well, it just won't turn on, even though, it's in the same house, etc. I got, it's just not too far away. And so these, if of course you could wire one of these to like a Sonoff Basic or just a Wemos D1 Mini, and I have it done to a Node MCU. You could just go move and put a couple of these in the house if you want, or wherever, and so you can kind of build out your own range. And it's a lot easier to put these things around the house. So, because it's not that expensive. Yeah, so really you want to look at it, it's just in a stupid way of explaining it. It's a Wi-Fi to Zigbee gateway that's ultra portable. Yeah, ultra portable. Say that right. Yeah, that's very true, Mark, is because Zigbee is Wi-Fi. You want to have them on a different channel. I know there is a channel in the config of Tasmota. I left it as default. But the way you do it, let me move all this junk out the way, and I've already flashed it, and no, we're not going to have a live stream on how to flash it because the flashing method takes probably about 20 minutes to flash. But it's pretty simple to do. Turn on my light. And we'll put this full screen. I need to get my zoom going. Not zoom, focus. Oh, focus. So this is all it is here. And it's that one little Zigbee sensor, the Zigbee radio, you want to call it. And I did leave the pins for flashing it hooked up. And then I also did the pins for doing the Zigbee radio itself. So it does look like a lot of pins, but I just left it in case we want to flash the firmware again on it. And basically, in essence, what happens, so I know everybody's seen Node MCU before. And so if you wanted to, and I know there's, which we'll scroll down, we'll see, John, what's his name from Smart House? Is it Jonathan? I forgot what his last name is. And you can put this in a case, or if you want to build your own little board, he built a little custom little PCB board that these two plug into, and then you could just throw it in a case and call it a day and move it around. So let's see, back to, and y'all seen that enough. Let's see, did I mess up? I'm trying to mess up my screen here. Let's see if we can read the chat. I have 5 of those. Did you? That one's a bit hard to flash. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Actually, all you do is there's a bin file that you write. And here's John's, John Oxer. I don't want to say Knox, but it was John Oxer. To the Zigbee stuff. Yeah, here's the link. We'll get to the channel down in the bottom. So here's his super house board. If I haven't, I haven't done that. I just used the GPIO pins. So, and then all the links are on here. So, looks like he's got the board and everything if you want to do your own little PCB type deal. So, which was pretty cool stuff. So that's all on that link. And then of course here's your little prototype. May I help you? Okay. And the wiring is pretty simple to attach it in there. Of course, you need ground, a GPIO 5, you need 3.3 volts, GPIO 4, and GPIO 12. And that's just to flash it. And so what you're doing, you have to flash basically it's a proxy to the Wemos D1 Mini or the Node MCU. And then you run a Python program that will then pulls this screen up and flashes the bin file to it. In this process, it's a little bit of a rabbit hole to go down, but it's not too bad. I followed the wiki straight along, and it was just straight to the point. But this part right here, where it does the flashing, that takes about 20 to 30 minutes. So, and maybe we'll do a video or something on it. Probably would be better if I made me up a little. I'm just going to have one probably. I'll probably make me up a little board or something like that. Yeah, first it's the programmer. That's correct, Will. And then once you're done programming it, you have to attach other pins, which it's where I'm getting to right here. So once you flash that proxy and it flashes the radio itself, then you have to, and here's where it comes the big kicker, is you're going to need to compile your own Tasmota with use Zigbee in there. I didn't go look in the hack box, but I don't think they compile one with Zigbee turned on automatically. So I went in and compiled with my own binaries with Zigbee. I didn't do the 160 megahertz. I left it at 80 megahertz just to see, and it was fine. Hey, what's up, Pinky? So what's on the D1 to allow programming? It's just really a serial to like TTL basically that programs that Zigbee radio. And so you do need Python because you can see there's right here. You have to flash the stack firmware onto it. And see, they say it takes about 20 minutes right here. You have to flash the Python. You run the Python command. And it flashes it on the yeah, there actually is another one that Jason, I forgot what it's got some numbers after it. One of the Tasmota devs, he has one on his GitHub that I tried and I couldn't get it to work. It kept giving me some error or whatnot. It's supposed to be super fast. No, it would act like it's flashing, but it would get stuck and it would never finish flashing for me. Yeah. I think that's the one RL Owens is talking about. Jason 8266. I thought he had some numbers transposed or something like that, Will. I was like, no, it's not 8266. From stream to stream. This is the same people, right? So I know it's kind of I did want to do it on a live stream, but I was like, man, it just takes too long, and I was gonna do it if I could get that faster one working. So if we can get the faster one working, then I probably will do something with it. But otherwise, I just followed this one straight along and went down. And I didn't run into the only problem I ran into for some reason, my first proxy device wouldn't work, and it was a D1 Mini. But of course, the D1 Mini should work. I don't know what I did with it. So yeah, if you have the CC programmer, then you just can skip a lot of this, Will. This is using the D1 Mini that a lot of people have on hand to program it. Because everybody's got, ESP8266. And Then um, I was approving one of the messages. For some reason, that caught Nicholas's message, I guess. I guess because some of the words he used. um, damn YouTube. So basically, it's just using that Wemos D1 Mini instead of that CC debugger. So trying to stay in with the whole budget thing and not just spend a bunch of money and buying extra stuff. So how close can we get the likes number to the number of people watching? I mean, we got watching right now. I'm usually only like, we're actually up a little higher than I thought. We're up to like 62. I don't have the little counter and everything up top. I don't get much time to play around with OBS and do a lot of things in it. So see the Discord link for CC Loader. Here we go. So here's the link that RL Owen sent. Via Arduino. Is that the 3 hours one? But there should be one that says quicker, right? Yeah, this was one I was looking through the other day. Yeah. So this one looked like a big rabbit hole, and I was like, well, and I ended up following the one that was on Tasmota. So well, I appreciate it. I kind of scatterbrained on here. I'm not showing y'all a whole lot. I'm just like, here, let's look at the wiki, and y'all follow the wiki and call it a day, right? Yeah, let's just help you out. So, but so I wanted to, yeah, we'll talk about that, Jim, as well. Oh, cool. Okay. There was one. Where's the one? I know. Let's see. I'm looking at my Discord, so I'm not gonna pull it over to you guys and see all the hate mail and stuff I get. Let's see. Here it is. I'll post this link too. This is the one that see, it was Jason2866. See, I thought it was something transposed. I couldn't remember. I knew I'd seen it somewhere like that. So he used like a Windows app or something to flash it. I tried running this one, and the numbers would go across real quick, but then it just sat there. Maybe I was being impatient. We should use the instructions on a live stream and time it, update the page. So I have one working. I don't want to start flashing it again. No, there's no hate mail, Stone. Just got a little bit of hate from one thing, which I will comment on, that Jim talks about. I wouldn't say it's hate. It's just funny, but it's all good. No one's really picked on me much yet. So normally they try and pick on my hair, but then I say, I'm trying to grow it out, to grow a mullet or something like that. So I'm like, come on, I just use it, pick on myself more. So in the magic of video, it's already done, is I've paired one, and I did pair. It's all the lights that make it look like less hair. There's really some hair here. See, there's just a little bit, right? So I have these. I got this. This was like from Zimmy Smart, and it was they had like a Tuya Zigbee gateway, and of course I don't want to use a bunch of. What's the point using a bunch of Zigbee sensors in the cloud? That's not the whole point of Zigbee. Supposed to be local control, right? So there's this one. This one's the door sensor, and it's Zigbee. And it just came with, and I had it in a drawer, and I'm like, oh wait, I got those Zigbee sensors. And it just has a, the little read sensor. And you can see on the log behind me, if you look in the JSON, you'll see the 0 and the 1. And I don't know if it's because I'm shaking it or something and why it keeps constantly going off. It keeps posting the same one. I don't know if that's like a tilt or something. But if I do put the sensor to it, it will do the 0. And it come back, it does the 1. And then there is another, there's another sensor that came with the little kit. And I don't recommend buying it because you're going to get the Zigbee hub. You don't want that. So that's why I'm not posting a link to it. But this is the temperature humidity sensor. It looks like every 10 minutes, the temperature humidity sensor will update. And I know I haven't messed around with doing a lot of rules and stuff yet, but of course everything is posting to the telemetry, so you could dig it out, the JSON with whether your home auto can't speak tonight. That's unfortunate. The using either Home Assistant or Node-RED, there's doing some rules. You can pull some of the stuff out and post up the rules through some custom MQTT topics. Should I try to flash some hubs from LivingWise? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got a bunch of those. I've probably got about 12 of those ZemiSmart downlights. Side note on those, if y'all want to see inside of one, the new ones, the new ones are 5 channels, so you get their RGB, warm white, and cool white, and they're just using the PWM signal, so they're easy to use between Tasmota or ESP Home or whatever you want to use. There's no like having to do those my 9291 LED drivers and all that. It's just using PWM signals. I have one somewhere. If y'all want to see one right quick. I know I got sidetracked, but so you saw that part of the Zigbee, and the Zigbee, once you do it's pretty simple to pair. All you do is you just do the Zigbee permit join space 1, and then you do the pairing process on the Zigbee sensor, and boom, it's in. Yeah, Jim, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more than I ever expected. So I just got started. I just started with it and messed with it a couple of days ago. I haven't like deployed it, and put one of the sensors, see how range wise. I just thought it was kind of cool, really, of being able to use Zigbee on Tasmota. And because that was one of my issues, I can't move my server with the same Zigbee allow join from Zigbee. I don't know, Will. Like, what do you mean by that? The response is pretty quick from what I saw, Pinky. Let's see if we can. We'll put it over here. So we have a 1 on it. Let's see. We should get a 0. Oh, look, it's going to stay. So I haven't played with this one a whole. It's got a 1. I guess it just sends a 0 when there's a change. This is a weird little door sensor. So yeah, so it's pretty quick. It looks like it just sends is it 0 when it's. Looks like it just keeps sending 0. What I'm looking at, if you can see, let me put on my. If I can find my app. Is it F8? I think it is. Yep. What I'm looking at is this right here. Only 1 controller per network. Yeah, see, I'm not sure. Y'all gonna know more about how you can do. I think you can only pair. It's like just like with Z. You only pair the Zigbee controller with 1 controller at a time, right? That I don't know. I don't have that many. I don't have more than 1 of these, and I don't have that many Zigbee sensors. Controller will have a key, I believe. So even if you have 2 controllers in the same frequency, it's keyed. Okay. Yeah, so it's let's see, we got zeros right now, and let's see if we split it. It's what, a second and a half? It's not too bad. So if I go split, yeah, I'd say about a second and a half. So it's not too bad. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't. I should have bought another one. You know, normally I'm on AliExpress. I only go through and just hit quantity 2 on everything. That should be an automatic thing on AliExpress for me. Yeah. So that's but the Zigbee, you know, where Zigbee comes in over a lot of your Wi-Fi devices, of course, is being on battery. So maybe we'll jump back. We will jump. Let's jump back into that. And I wanted to jump into the scene controller right quick, and we'll see if we can. I want to see if, and the reason why I have a weird thing about doing it. I want to see if we can do the scene controller to turn on the bulb that I'm going to pair with Zigbee. So we'll see if we can do that. Check Discord. Yeah, I have Discord goes on that. Do you want me to pull that up, Will? I don't know if there's anything you have that's uh, okay. I just want to make sure before I put it on the screen. And it may have blown off the screen a little bit, so because I got stuff zoomed in. Okay, so yeah, see, I got more stuff to learn with the Zigbee. Unless you lived in my area, Mark. I don't know why. I mean, I fought that for years. I don't know why. I started actually with an ADT system. I didn't know what Z-Wave really was, and they had Z-Wave, and I bought a couple switches and a dimmer, and I was doing a couple things off motion and door sensors of the alarm. And it worked fine, and then I got a thermostat that was Z-Wave, and then it just seemed like every other day the thermostat would fall off, and then I'd have to rebuild the whole thing and all the automations. And I was like, well, maybe it's this hub. So then I got Smart Things, and I thought I was going to fix it all. So I got Smart Things over to it, and then that led me down to the path of alarm decoder and trying to get that in and that rabbit hole. And then come to find out, I kept the same exact thing. All my Z-Wave nodes kept falling off every couple days, or it was the dimmer would start to be slow to respond, and and then I eventually hooked up a SDR on the 900 megahertz, and just you saw stuff splattering everywhere. There's just so much. It was just so much interference. I don't know what someone being that 900 megahertz band, someone was running some near line of sight Wi-Fi or whatever it was, and it wasn't smart meters or anything, and we didn't have those at the time. I have no idea what was splattering across 900 megahertz all the time. So, and then that led me to a post about someone flashing Sonoff basics. So, and of course, which led me to Dr. Z's channel. And no, I didn't put one with electrical tape in my electrical box, by the way. And so let's jump back to that. Is I did have long story short, I was looking at some top greener stuff on their FCC ID, and I'll show you what. There is one thing I saw that I haven't seen yet. Let's see if we can get it to pull up here. We got it zoom. I got it zoomed in. So but this is that inside. Of course, I saw their scene controller was going to the FCC. Approved it, And of course, what caught my eye was, of course, this right here, which was the regular Tuya module. And I was like, oh, we can Tuya convert probably. And then it does have a little secondary MCU, and I was like, oh, that's probably TuyaMCU. And then, of course, holidays came, and I forgot about it. Well, someone else reminded me in one of my comments. I don't know if he's here now, but he was in my Discord as well, and he said he flashed the thing. And I was like, oh, man, I forgot about that. So, of course, I went in to go buy one. But, of course, I'm going to get stuck, and I'm going to show you something else, too. I haven't seen this guy yet. It's I think it's their play on like a Shelly kind of. It is a single. Just a single relay controller. It does have a. What caught my attention was it does have a Tuya module in it, and it is ESP8266 Tuya module, and so it's a little in-wall module that the external. I haven't seen it for sale yet though. And y'all still talking about Z-Wave and stuff. I started a debate back and forth, which is better, right? They're all good. It depends on how you want to do it, right? So that's this. It looks like it's a little single relay in-wall switch that's Wi-Fi, and it looked like you could hit it with Tuya Convert. That kind of caught my eye. So the scene controller is, and I got wheels thing up here still, but maybe I should have left that. Is basically, I know for the I know I've got some people from other countries, but it is just a one gang US sized, and it is a Decora sized as well, and it has eight buttons. And the cool thing about it was it actually comes with, let me just put the camera on, right? The cool thing about it, it does come with, it's a relay inside, and you do have an option for a three-way as well. I haven't tried it in three-way. And you do have the hot and load, and you're like, well, why just a scene controller? What it's meant for is you come in and replace one of your light switches with it, and you still get your light switch on and off with this button, but then you've got 7 other buttons that can do things, and then you've got double tap. So you've got 14 actions off of one light switch. And you can flash it easily with Tuya Convert, and it does the TuyaMCU. Let's fire this thing up right quick. And that light is actually green when you turn it on. I'm sorry, it's blue. It's green when it powers up. Yeah, we should just stay on the whole Zigbee thing, right? We're gonna jump back to that. I'm just gonna show you this real quick, because I want to get one of the buttons working off of it. Yeah, the little sync controller is it's 40. It's a little on the pricey side. They do have a $5 coupon with it, so it's $40 for the sync controller. I haven't figured out a total use for it yet, but I can see it. I don't think I'll have a use for the 14 buttons on it, but I can see doing different things off of the single buttons. I'm trying to find the IP address to this while I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I saw it does have a traveler for the in the book. They had a little 3-way wiring with it, and that's just like, I guess, if you're gonna replace a 3-way switch. I haven't tried it with it. I just hooked it up with a regular 10.10.215. Well, if I can find my window. Oh, had it in front of me. 10.10.1.2.1.5. And here. We'll do this. I have sticks ready to go. 3D printed case. Packaging one is interested. Okay. So in the actual consoles, you can see you do it once you flash it in Tasmota and then turn on a TuyaMCU. And I didn't do any template for anything. I just set it as standard TuyaMCU. And it automatically came. I didn't have to do any DPIDs or nothing. It automatically came back up, and it works. You can see with the toggle, and you can see the light went off on the bottom right, and then it goes back on. So real simple to turn off and on. But then the key is you get the other 7 buttons. Well, I've already done rules for them, and you'll see the lights up shortly. And then you'll see it post to the pull. It does a serial post, and I did a rule that looks for that unique packet, and then it publishes to MQTT. It says button 1 toggle, and then you get button 2, and you get button 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then if you do the double taps, then you'll see 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B, and so forth. So pretty cool. I thought that you could have all your scenes and stuff. You know, I thought for doing like the living room that I've got like a bunch of Zimmy Smart downlights, I could do instantly if I want to do from the wall which ones without having to call out, or I could do different scenes based on for like movie or TV watching, and or when I come in the house, just have it right there. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then, so you can really do whatever you want with it, because, you know, you're sending an MQTT message, and then you can grab that in the Node-RED or Home Assistant automations, and, you know, you can make it do whatever you want. So I thought that was kind of cool, you know, make it yours. And it was pretty quick on the speed. And so I don't know if y'all want to jump back into and see if we can try to put that bulb in there. And then we'll try to do an MQTT message to it. Yeah, I actually went to a house that we installed 3 Unify access points on Saturday. They had a lot of Control 4 stuff. I don't know what they were using really just to tie in, using it for having everything, and they did a lot of HDMI over Cat 6, and they were just really bouncing, you know, stuff from this receiver to that receiver to this TV and everything using HDMI over Cat 6. And they had some Control 4 switches and stuff like that did it. And then they had those high-priced Lutron Cassata, how you say, switches. I Googled those the other day, and I was like, whoa, look at the price on those things. But I guess, hey, you want something like that, you're going to pay for it. What's up, Doc? So I want to see if we can pair. I have a singled bulb. I want to see if we can pair that thing onto here. Let's see. It was permit. It's like Zigbee. Well, I didn't have it in my thing. Zigbee permit join. It should come up. Press does not automatically set but to pair. What's this pairing mode? Put the device to pairing mode. Okay, Zigbee permit join 1. That's too much to type. Zigbee permit join 1. Can you approve my link? I said I don't even see the link for that, Jim. What were you say? Send it to me on Discord, and I'll throw it in there. I think you were talking about stuff you were talking about earlier. I want to plug this in right quick and see if I can get this to pair. Ah, there we go. I already factory reset the bulb. Yeah, no. Where were you sending the what we sent in Discord earlier? I think it's what you were talking about, Jim, and y'all were talking about the doorbell and stuff. Let's see. I'll copy his thing out of. I'll copy and paste exactly what you put in. Oh, it's 201 characters. There we go. We get to 199. Yeah, so that's the. I think Jim was found the doorbell I did previously. There's a coupon code on, and we'll definitely we'll there was a coupon code on the doorbell. Yeah, so it was They had an $8 coupon, and then the other coupon code they had given me was another $10 off. So it brought it down to $82. So view deleted message. There's your okay. It doesn't. You just put 4 thumbs up, and Nightbot didn't like you doing that. But wow, okay. So back to the light bulb. It did pair up. I put it in a pairing mode. Yeah, it's okay, Jim. It's a singlet bulb. And I never tried to control one of the bulbs. This is all going to be new for me. See, here's that singlet bulb right here. It's E11 G13. I did the factory reset on it before the stream. I was glad it just paired up. The factory reset's a pain in the butt with that thing. You have to turn it on and off and get it turned on exactly 10 times. And it has to be quick. It took me like 4 or 5 tries. It seems like almost as bad as those GE bulbs that they made a whole video on about how to pair it correctly. So how do we turn the light on? Device information. Yeah, you can do, let's do it. Zigbee status. Zigbee status. Oh, Zigbee status 1. Or is it Zigbee? I think they changed a lot of this stuff in the versions. I think that's what I'm behind. I think they changed everything to ZB instead of Zigbee. Oh, maybe I should just do Zigbee status. Yeah. So there's the 3 devices. What else can we do? How you turn it on? Zigbee friend. You can add the friendly names. I'm not doing that yet. Zigbee device commands. Here it is. So we want to do a power 1. Figure this out on the fly, right? Zigbee send. Oh, wow. It's a little bit of a bit to get how to turn them on and off, right? My ADD start kicking in. Trying to figure out how to send this Zigbee command. I passed it up again. So where do you got to send the device? Oh, here it is. So ZB send power. Let's just do this. It's probably Zigbee send. Oh, I got the stupid. Hold up. It's not letting me see what I'm doing. Zigbee send. We'll copy the Control C and pop in over here. So we want to do the bulb with 7x. How about we copy and paste? Oh, it's probably going to be, again, Zigbee. I bet you they changed the wiki already. Ah, so it does work. I don't know if you can see. Let's go ahead and put the bulb in here. We blind the camera, right? And it's pretty well instant. It's pretty well instant. So it must be that sensor. I know someone, I think Pinky was asking what was the speed on it. And it's right behind I push the enter key. So it's pretty quick. And let's see for the dimmer. So that's pretty cool. So how do you do the dimmer? Dimmer range. Probably just send over just like that. Let's get my halo out the way. Dimmer, and it probably won't be, let's see, 15. Let's see what that does. Oh, because I don't have, oh, there it is. It's on. Yeah, you can see let's see if we got the bulb. You can kind of see the bulb in the camera, but it's going to mess up on the camera because it's on auto exposure. Let's see what one does. So yeah, it's probably not going to really see. It is sending the dimmer value. Let's do 255. Yeah, so it is getting brighter. You can see. But then the camera just changes the auto exposure back. So it looked like it dimmed back, but it actually didn't. Yeah, dimmer. Look like they're saying 255. Yeah, 254. Okay. It's considered as invalid and may be converted to 254. Okay, I didn't read that part. So I want to see something. Can we do this? And we do power. Okay. Toggle. And then I want to see if we can do, I don't have this name set. I guess I should set this name and everything. Let me set all this junk. Hold on. I don't have MQTT set up on it. Call it Zigbee Tazig. How about that? Let's close that and bring this back over. And I'll catch up on chat while it starts back up. Yeah, it just, they were so small you couldn't tell. We'll try it again on the dimmer values. What were you saying about did it stat 20? I wasn't watching the console. I was watching the bulb. Let's do 254. Oh, is it not saying? Oh, where's the endpoint? Is it not started up yet? I know it takes a little bit to boot up. They were saying, I was reading that in the for the Zigbee radio to boot up and everything. Is it not attached to all the devices yet, or did we break it? Yeah, I was watching the bulb and I was like, oh, it's bright. That's why I was like, no, let's not use 255. Let's test it anyway, right? The Steve-O. Is this Steve-O? Zigbee status. It's still not up. Do I need to just reset it? Restart it? It said it was rebooted. Configured starting coordinator. Zigbee started. Maybe because it was doing stuff. Let's restart it. Let's see what happens. Otherwise, it's the way live streams go, right? We can just always cycle power. You shouldn't have to permit to join again. I've reset this thing a couple times. Yeah, we can try and plug it again. We'll get it a little bit before I start messing with it. Yeah, it did restart. Oh, you do have to cycle the power on it for restart? But no, it should have, because it isn't on the, it's hooked, well, maybe it's not on the reset line. Yeah, let's just go ahead and cycle power on it. Let's see. Yep, just kick it, right? You think I can do Zigbee status now? That is so weird. It didn't. I wonder if it's because I changed. Why did it do that? Zigbee permit join. That's weird. And I'm just messing with one of the other sensors there. Okay, well that was working. Maybe we weren't giving it time. I didn't put that one back into pairing mode. Let's see if the light shows anything. If it comes back up. It usually shows the devices. See, it's only showing one right now, which is that door sensor. Did it show up the other one yet? No. Let's see if we can get this in the factory reset. Yeah, it shouldn't have lost all the devices. That's very weird. I've reset this thing several times when I was playing with it. But of course, you know, it says, hey, you're on a live stream, so let's go ahead and screw up on you. Zigbee status. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is what I played around with. Yep. I'm gonna. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it goes. Let's see. Well, we got the bulb going again. Let's try this again. Now the endpoint changed on it, but whatever. A to A B. Okay. Don't know why that happens. Oh, I didn't copy the right one. A to A B. No, the bulb's doing good now. It's going. See? I'm sure you can probably see it on my face too. You want to see the bulb? Boom. So, back to what I was trying to do. Let's see if we can do, we were trying to do dimmer 254, right? And then what was it coming back with is the stat. Okay, so it did come back as 254. I should have copied that. And what we did, dimmer 1. Did it come back post dimmer 1? Oh, it looks like it. Even though I send 1, it does 37 is the lowest on the bulb. So they probably have some sort of hardware conversion in there. It says don't put it down below there. Is that what y'all were seeing, the different value? Oh, it did come back as 1 before? That's weird. Let's see, dimmer. I know I just sent dimmer 15 to it at once. Yeah, it did come back as 15, but I don't see a difference in it at all. And then you said when you sent, oh, when I sent 255 too. Yeah, it looks like you don't send 255, you send 254. But let's send 255 to it. Yeah, look, it does come back. Dimmer 215. And if you send 254, it comes back as 254. So it's 37 to 254 maybe. I don't really see a difference in. I don't want to start staring at it, but we'll just do just because I want something lower anyway. We'll do dimmer 40 and call it a day. Okay. What I was trying to do is I wonder if we could send that JSON message as a button on the scene sensor, the scene switch. I think I had this as MQTT. Yep. And so before I lose my notepad and get mad, and then console. Yeah, I think you can set the dimmer ranges in Home Assistant. I don't know. I haven't tried bringing in a bulb from Zigbee to Home Assistant yet. I haven't done that. So let's do button 1. Let's see what we get back. We'll add another rule. That way y'all guys can see this. You should have hollered before that. Dimmer range 1850. Well, it looks like Tasmota only going to send it. I guess they got some sort of internal conversion on it. I think I have stuff in rule 3 as well. All right, Jim, I appreciate it. Oh, 1 comma. Since I was going to do something in Node Red, but let's just see if we can do it straight from Tasmota. So I'll do rule 3. I don't want to nuke all my rules. I think you can do rule plus, but I don't want to nuke all my rules just in case while in the live stream. And then we'll do another one. All right, so we'll do rule 3. All right, see if we got this straight now. Rule 3 on TuyaReceived performs. So take performs out. Do publish. And we'll do, where's my other command? It's in the way of my cup. Zigbee send Too many windows and going back and forth. Command. Was it Zig? Taz is what I called it. Taz-Zig. Zigbee send. I wonder if it's going to let me do this in a full rule. We're going to send power. I'm not sure if it's going to let me do this. Let me scroll back and look at it. So on TuyaReceived, do publish command Zigbee send, and it should send that. If this works, I'm gonna be like, whoa. Did it work? I don't think it is. Let me turn that rule off, because I did it in rule 3. Or you can take the hammer to it, Will. Rule 3, did it work? I don't know if it likes that payload. What did I do? Didn't say anything, Jeff. All right, let me try this one. Nope. I don't think it's letting me. I've had issues trying to post the different payloads with the JSON in there. There's Federico. I've had issues with that, so I was just gonna. We can throw some. I was gonna throw something in Node Red right quick and see. Let me put my rules back in here. That way I can see my buttons and everything. We're getting everything back again. Yep. Was it work at 7:30 a.m. and now it's 3:30? Wow. All right, Pinky, take it easy. Let me turn this off right quick. All right, let's see. The screen's going to be zoomed on me and drive me nuts, but whatever. This is a good test place. MQTT. We're going to go to scene, button 1. And I have that pushing to a custom topic. Yeah, the darkness of... so just have it pushing to a custom topic, and you can see... basically that rule, when that button pushes, it just goes to a custom topic of scene button 1. You should see it here when I push the button. Let me put this back where you can see the desk. You should see it when I push this top button right here. It should do the toggle if I did the thing right. Did I deploy it? Yeah, I did deploy it. Oh, I know why. I didn't do the node status I was looking for. Yeah, so see, now you get the toggle down here, so it's sending that toggle over. And then we'll do... This is why it wasn't doing. I think it's some of the special characters in there that get caught up in some of the rules and it confuses things. But let's just do a, let's just see if this will work right quick. This is just one of those things. Let's see if I want to, it was a challenge, you know? So the payload is going to be this. If Tasmota will take it, the payload will be this, that power toggle, and say done. And then that's going to be, what was the thing again? Zigbee send. So it should be command / tas - zig / give me a second and I'll kind of paint the picture where we're going with this. All right. So this is going to change the payload to say send to this device, send power toggle. And then it pumps that payload into this topic, which is at Zigbee send. And it should go off of this when this button happens. So really, it's really kind of stupid. It's going from MQTT and then right back to MQTT. All right, Nicholas. Oh, I forgot the end on rule 3. Duh! Okay, let's just see if this works. Appreciate that. Let's just see if this works. Yep, so it does work going that way. Let's try. We can try it with the rules. So I just wanted to see. You can see the bulb here. Oh, I guess I should turn on the desk, right? You'll see the light. It does a little slow fade. And there it goes. So that's kind of cool, being able to do. So multiple ways to do it, of course, is being able to control Zigbee stuff. So we basically went from Zigbee to from the scene controller, MQTT rules, over to MQTT back to the Zigbee controller and changed the bulb. So kind of like multiple ways and mixed it all this stuff. So kind of cool how you can mix everything together, as well as we talked about going, from being able to put the Zigbee controller somewhere else in the house away, especially if a lot of people may have like a server or something or running in their basement, and then they're trying to control stuff like, in the second story or whatever. So I want to see if that rule will work. Yeah, so this is really kind of stupid because we're going from MQTT and changing the payload going back to MQTT. So I want to see if we can really, let's see if we can get this guy to work. I'm trying to write the rule in here first. So the rule, just so I can see it easier, because everything's so long, it performs, it's going to do a do publish of Zigbee send and then end on. That was the part we forgot last time. So what happens is when it sees that this is actually this packet is button 1 on that scene controller, then it's going to publish to this topic, which is Zigbee send, over to that other device, which the payload should do the toggle and then the end on. So I'm just going to set that as rule 3 right quick. And I have my rule 3 contents already. So now let's see if that just goes direct. Oh, I need to turn off the node red stuff. Otherwise they'd say, hey, it works. Let's see. Let's just delete this line here, and then we'll deploy it. I did notice that you're talking about that, Steve. I have seen the on the Hass.io will just refresh the page sometimes. It'll kick it out of Node-RED. I saw that on someone else's I was helping them with, and it would refresh every once in a while. I was over using the Nabu Casa thing. I thought it was weird. I thought there was something wrong with my thing. I'd never mentioned it, but let's see if this works. I don't think it's liking it. It did the rule. The rule worked, but it's not liking. It's doing the Zigbee. It doesn't like all the special characters in it. So I kind of understood that. So, so no, I haven't done that. So let's I know let's change gears here. Y'all ready? We want to do and I know Will's gonna hate me for it, but or any other out of the country people. If y'all want, and then no, this is not the end of the line here. Even we've been going for what? Where's the timer at? Who's got a timer? I don't see my timer. Hour and 12. Oh wow. Okay. More than I thought. So before we do that, then I guess anything else we wanted to? Oh, I wanted to show you something cool. We showed it before, but it's gotten so much better. What switch is that? That was the scene controller. It's by Top Greener. It's not Zigbee. It's Wi-Fi MQTT. You're flashing it with Tasmota, or I guess you could probably use ESP Home. I'm not familiar on their TuyaMCU code. I know they were doing some stuff with dimmers and stuff recently. So, and it does give you, again, you've got the one single button for the, I guess I'll talk about it with in front of me. You do have the single button right here to, like if you want to replace a light switch, this turns the 15 amp relay on and off. And then you get 7 other buttons to do things, and you get double taps, so you get 14 buttons. There, and so it's pretty easy to do. It does with Tuya Convert, and you just do it as go pick the module TuyaMCU, and then I will leave trying to do a short write-up on it, but I'll see if I can leave in the description of this video when I get a chance, and I'll put all the rules to grab the 14 buttons. Rating. You're asking about rate. I want to say it was 15 amp. Let me turn the light back on so y'all can read that. There's the rating, and let me fix the zoom before you yell at me. Hold it, not the focus. It says resistive 1800 watts, 15 amp. So there you go. And it is, and of course, as you see, it is UL listed on the left. So it's both, and oh, okay, is exposed. Okay. So there's you got, looks like traveler, neutral, hot, and load on there. Well, it has the sticker. And you can go take that model number or just Google for, if you want to go look at the pictures. I had it up earlier. FCC. Here it is. I'll leave the link. There's the link. You want to go look at the internal photos of it. So I know we all like to geek out on some of the photos. I want to say they did show the relay in it. There it is there. So That's a good question. Do I have? No, I didn't leave y'all. Is it single gang? Let's unplug this first. I was assuming it would pop out of the faceplate. So it's a screwless faceplate. Yeah, that just screws in there. Let me take it out right quick. No, he didn't arrive too late. He arrived just in time for any giveaways, right? Yeah, I'm wondering if they did the 15 amp. The wires look a little. I don't know what gauge wire is on there. So here it is here, and we've got a standard. Let's see if it fits. This is a little off-white, but no, it does not. It's not locked into single gang. So it look you can see the holes do match up perfectly on the bottom as well. And this is not. This is more of like a little off-white type. So yeah, it'll fit in a whatever gang you want. It's just a regular Decora. So I don't know what that says. Slide on the side now. What's that slide? Yeah, slide it up. Oh, hold up. Okay, they must have some different face plates that you can buy. Like if you want to buy different colors. So like they must have some brown or black or whatever or almond or whatever it might be. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I don't recall having other face plates in there. So yeah, I can't. That is maybe that's in other countries, and so maybe I should. But it's a pet peeve of mine when I see all these switches that are size, and they'll say U.S. size or whatever 2-gang. And I'm like, that's not a 2-gang. That's just y'all have 2 switches. That's a 2-switch 1-gang. That annoys me. So maybe it's called something else in the other countries where you just have the number of switches in there. But so. You know, I don't think the approval factor would be too good if you put 4 of these side by side and that did all your buttons and everything, and just you could hang a book, right? And you could. How about you just put like hex code stickers on them? You know, like where 3AF or something like that would do. Yeah. So changeable buttons. I don't think you can pop the buttons out of here unless you really took this apart. I think it's just they do a different module to change the color. So yeah, just that would be what 4 times 14. Who's a quick math person? 4 times 14. So you could have a total of, because you got double tap. So you could do a whole 56 buttons, right? You change everything, almost everything in your GUI. So, okay. Got me squirrel back on that one. So I wanted to show, it would be set at 16s, you can really send them. Oh yeah, you could do that as well. See, look, Mark, you get even more. I wonder if this dark reader works on this. Nope, not working. Okay. So this for the Unraid people, I just sent over the let's see, GitHub. For the Unraid folks, I did submit this. This is by Foghorn. I think he's in the UK, I believe. He does have, I just submitted it to it, is the Tasmo backup template. So if you can see it in the apps of, let's see, I should have pulled this up. You can see there's Tasmo backup in the apps for the Unraid folks. Yeah, PHP can't change it to dark. So you can go. It's a one-click install. Patrick, is it Patrick DK, I believe, or VDK? I forgot what his links in there. Look. So it looks like you can change that. Is that what you were talking about, Toll? You can order different faceplates for it, possibly. So it gets back on the Switch. That's kind of cool. So if one, oh, my thing's locking up now. So one-click install, and since before it had to use configure MySQL and configure the MySQL and everything, well now they did it with SQLite. So it's a one-click install. Maybe that someone can take it as well because it's just a Docker container and make it into a HAS.io add-on. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty simple. It's not for controlling any of your Tasmota devices. It's simply for adding in. I didn't add all mine in yet. And simply for, and the scan takes a while. We were talking about that earlier. But it's simply for adding in all of your Tasmota devices. And then you just come in here and hit backup. And it's going to make backups of all of your, I'm doing them one at a time. And it's makes backups of all of your Tasmota device. It dumps the entire config for all your Tasmota devices. So I know we've talked about on Discord several times is set option 65, and people have had like power outages where it flickers off and on real fast, and that turns on. It kicks in the feature that turns on the factory default, so it factory defaults all your Tasmota devices. Imagine you've got 50 Tasmota devices in your house, and now they've all defaulted back to factory defaults. So there is a backup all, and you can just do backup all, and it will automatically back them all up, and it dumps them into a folder, on mine on Unraid, which then I do have a crash plan that picks all those up and backs them up and encrypts them to my plan. So I thought it was kind of cool. And also I use it for a real simple thing of just going, because the links for the IP addresses are clickable. And so I just go in and if I'm looking for a device, because before I was always looking for them in my Unify controller, and now I can just go pick them up straight from the Tasmo backup. And you can sort stuff by IP, and I've only got 4 things in here, but you can sort it by name, etc. Shows your last backup, the version, the number of files you have, etc. Pretty simple thing, and it backs up all of your stuff, the rules, the GPIO configurations, everything. It's just like going into Tasmota and then clicking the backup configuration. It sends that file with that, I think it's like DMP or something like that. No, it's just a regular Docker install. I just did the template for the guys that are using Unraid. And so I'll send the link out for the Docker. This is the one right here. It's the Tasmo Backup V1. Here's the link right here. There's the and Patrick DK, he did help out Foghorn with that, so I do appreciate him helping out getting that into SQLite, because it's just a small SQLite internal this time now. You do have the option of doing MySQL as well. And the only thing you do need to pass in if you're doing the manual, it's all in here in a Docker Compose. You do need to set the DB type for SQLite as well as the DB name. And I just left it default in the Unraid template as data Tasmo backup. So it's pretty simple stuff to do. And they do have also, which I thought was cool, you could do, say, any type of like say a Node-RED or whatever it might be. You have it call the backup all PHP, and that will back up all your devices. And you say you could do weekly backups or something like that. So pretty cool stuff to do. And of course, it is on GitHub, all the source code to it. And so if you're having any issues, of course, or if you want to help out and add stuff to it, definitely do some pull requests or whatever. And it's a pretty cool little thing. I like how it's pretty simple. And just go in and it just backs up all your switches and plugs or whatever it might be. So, and it keeps you have versioning as well. So that was about it on that I wanted to show. So we did pretty much everything. So one other thing, I was going to do a whole video on it, but it pissed me off, and I'll be blunt with that. So it was if I can get it and move this out the way. So instead of making a video that was lackluster, and so I thought I took constructive criticism of what others have said, and do the Sonoff camera. So the Sonoff camera, I know that some others have done a review. I think Doc did, and so. But the problem I have with it is just straight up, and I did ask them about it as well, is there's no open API for the PTZ, so it won't work. You have to go open their app to do the PTZ. Well, I don't like that. I want to be able to do stuff in Blue Iris or whatever it might be, or just straight PTZ calls from something else, like Home Assistant or whatever. I don't like that. Yeah, we saw that, Davin. Appreciate that. And you'll probably see this 30 minutes from now. Sorry. Don't take me serious. Never do that. So, and then of course I was going to do a short, I said, well, I'll do like a short 7 or 8 minute video. I'll give him credit. He caught it. I didn't. So if I was going to do like a short 7 or 8 minute video, but then it's kind of a rewash and whatever, and others have done it. I tried to go get it to pair, and I was trying to record stuff with it, and the pairing wasn't working for some reason. And then I was trying to just pair it by Ethernet and the whole thing. And then I said, you know what, the hell with it. It wouldn't pair. Let's just do it on the next live stream. We'll just do a giveaway. And it is just going to be to US only people, because I think by the time I did ship this internationally, it would probably be cheaper just to buy you one and have Sonoff ship it. So maybe we'll do something like that next time, but with a better product. So this would be just to US people only. So we're going to do 2 giveaways. I do have this. It's not too bad of a camera. It does have the Ethernet stuff on there, but I would probably prefer, if you wait, you can find a couple different cameras. Let me close all these off. Yeah, I know, Will. You're gonna hate me for it, right? I will do. If this was really like an awesome like product, that I'd be like, hey, let's just go ahead and we'll ship this one, or we'll buy one for someone. I really like the Reolink E1 Pro, and I know right now it's a lot more than the Sonoff camera, but if you watch the Lightning deals, it's only a few more dollars. And then the Sonoff camera shipped with the power supply. I know that's for the US folks. I don't know what the price is for this off of AliExpress or whatever. And this is a 4 megapixel camera. It doesn't have Ethernet, but it does have 5 gigahertz. But the thing is, it also works with PTZ straight in Blue Iris or whatever. Now there was another one as well that Matt shared earlier. I saw and I can't find it right now. Was by, I don't know about this actual camera. It's off of Banggood. It's the ES cam. And he was saying it does work with Blue Iris, and it does PTZ works as well. So, I don't know how I could. I was just thinking. I wonder if I could buy one of those and then ship it to somebody. I don't know. So, we'll. How about I'll be better prepared next time for something for other countries. So me and Will. Well, offline, we'll have to talk. See what we can do on the next giveaway where it can include some of the Canadians and stuff, and we'll figure something out. I just need to work. I'll work with Will on that offline, and we'll work that out for the next one. So, so the second giveaway was by somebody. They submitted. They didn't want it, and they said, "Hey, did you want it?" And I was like, "I got enough of them, or whatever." And I was like, "Well, hey, how about I could just do a giveaway? It's a Google Home Mini." And again, if I did ship it to other people, there's Matt Virus. He bought 12 of them. There you go. If I did ship this out, then of course it's going to be more than the cost of it, and I don't even know if it works. He sent it to me, and I said, I'll give it away. There's no box to it. It does look like it does work. So, yeah, I think it's what he got it for free off of that Spotify thing. And so I figured, hey, whoever wants it, I'll send it to them. No big deal. It's going to be, again, US only because of shipping costs. Yeah, it looks like it does work. I was going to start blabbing at me. I bet the setup.
Welcome to Google Home. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone.
Yep. So, yeah, it's not the wall mount. I think the second version has the wall mount in it. Darren. So let's fire her up before I run my mouth off again. And make sure all of this works, and before I pull it up on the screen for y'all to see. Logs. Yep, looks like we are working. Giveaways. Let me set the giveaway stuff right, where y'all can see it too. All right, mods available. No extra luck. Users active within the last minute. And so we'll do the first one will be for the Sonoff camera. I guess I did. I'll just share a link for the Sonoff camera. I should link to the Sonoff camera. So go ahead and enter. I know we got 73 people watching. So yeah, just if you want to enter for the Sonoff camera, and I guess it is just US people. I know you're probably chit-chatting. If you're not US, let me know, because like I say, we'll figure out something else next time. I know I always hate to do these just to US people, but it's not gonna. I can't. And there goes Will. Yeah, the Sonoff camera is not gonna. We'll figure out something. Will. So hope maybe it'll get. Yeah. So if you do, you're in there and you're not US, let me know and we'll pick somebody else. And this is for that Sonoff camera. It is RTSP, but you have to use their app to move the camera. So it's just gonna be stationary if you're hitting with something RTSP. So all right, so we got, and I'm gonna scroll through the list. There is a little delay here. If you don't see yourself, say something. And I don't think I can delete anybody out, but we'll just roll it again. Dang, just to mess with the stats. Yeah, Dale, we'll just start over, right? All right, so here we go. We got 23 people. If I win, can you smash it for me? See, I was trying not to do that. So, oh, wait, we got the active timeout. That should be active within the past. I should put the other way, right? The past, let's say the past 10 minutes. I've been running my mouth a lot. So it should, I think it was going to make somebody fall off of there. So, yeah, I don't think the Sonoff cam is on VIF. It's just RTSP. Yeah. See, that's how the real link is, Matt. I just like it. You punch it in, boom, it pulls up. So, yeah, either it might be a better choice that the ES cam that we linked up there or the thing. So, all right, so here we go. We're going to roll it. Let's see who we got. We got Nexus 40. Nexus 40. Let's see if Nexus 40 is in here in the chat. You will need to send me something in Discord showing who you are. Yeah, the ES cam. They did link the ES cam one, which was off of Banggood. That was the one off of Banggood. So Nexus 40, if you're not in the Discord, follow the Discord link and come send me a message and let me know who exactly what you are or whatever, and hopefully someone else doesn't impersonate you. Yeah. So that was the yeah, contact me in Discord. And then we have the, yeah, that's definitely, I'm probably going to end up buying one just to see how it is, Matt, the Banggood one. I know it'll take me a little bit to get in one, but hey, it's $17 PTZ camera. You can't go wrong, and especially with OnVIF and RTSP. Let's see. Tollbringer trying to act like somebody. Human human. That's just all wrong. A human trafficking camera, right? That was my screw up. Okay. All right. So we're going to do another one then add the cam to your pile of switches, right? Yeah, exactly. Human trafficking, yep. Let's not set off any YouTube algorithm crap or whatever and just totally kill my screen. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna keep rolling. Well, this is gonna be for the what's the name of it? Google Home Mini. Here we go. Oh, look at Will. Oh. It'd probably be cheaper for me to buy Will one than to ship it to him. Will did it. All right, so we got to roll a different one, right? So let's roll again. We'll figure it out, Will. If you don't want it, speak up. All right, Don Puckett. If Don Puckett is in the chat, and I would lose my drink. I hadn't seen Don Puckett pop up anything yet. So Don Puckett, if you're in the chat and you see it, hurry up and bang out a message to me or whatever, or join the Discord and send me a message. And no, that's not a feeble attempt to try to get you to do join the masses. So hopefully you're seeing this, and you'll send us a message. K-Cam, Yazimato. There he is. There's Don. So do send me a message on Discord, and I hope you are in the U.S. I'll send you that Google Mini. So yeah, I think that was it. Someone was trying to give that away. They're like, "Hey, let's give it away," and it just so. So last but not least, maybe. Okay, good. So send me your address, and of course, I'm not gonna share it with anybody except for in the bathroom stall at the Flying J around the corner. But no, that's about all. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it, John. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry you didn't get to see me smash the Sonoff camera. It and it's like, I know Sonoff may watch it eventually. Is It's not too bad of a camera, but it just needs some software fixes. I just don't know if we're gonna get there with it. That's all. If they put in OnVIF in it and RTSP and made it where you didn't have to pair it with Wi-Fi at first and just plugged in the Ethernet, man, that'd be rocking and roll. So call Don Puckett for a good time. No, he's not going to send me his phone number, I hope. So I guess, did y'all see? I know it caught a lot of traffic and everything. Is the video, the new series I started with it actually is. I know a couple people caught on to it. Is my son's house. He started up doing, and we have Hass.io running now. Down the whole rabbit hole. I was actually working with him before this in Node-RED, showing him some Node-RED stuff and Wise sensors. And so we do have a lot of stuff planned for it. If you haven't seen it, let's see. If you haven't seen it, it is this one. Hold up, let's see. I don't know if there's anything on there that I would... I don't think there is, but we'll just take it off. Let's see. Let me pause it. Where's the intro? Let's see. So we did work on some additional stuff on Saturday, and so we're working on doing that. So I know there was a couple people that did mention it in the comments, and so we are working on the episode 2. I got another video in that one. Obviously the project is going to be a little further ahead than the videos. I can get them out just because of family and real life job. So that's where all your hair went. Yeah, it went to him, right? So, so yeah, we're trying to get that one done, and we're just going to evolve it how it goes. I thought it'd be a good little project and show how it gets done. And so the next one, y'all, a lot of the veterans may be kind of bored with it because I'm going to show some stuff like we went through, like Hass.io and installing it, onboarding. Try to go roll through that pretty quickly because it is very simple nowadays. And then we'll show some integrations we did, and we already started solving some issues in the house already. So. But yeah, and that was really a cool part of it, that it allowed us to more bond on things, and you know, because before I may have gone a week or so or without talking to him, and now it just seems like I talk to him on a daily basis. So, and he doesn't live too far from me, So it's probably about 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, we didn't want to jump into the Nook at this time, and we didn't do that just yet. So we're gonna look at a few things down the road. The Pi 4 was good to start out with. So, but I don't think that's gonna be what we stay with. I'm just not sure. So, like I said, it's gonna evolve. So, I've seen my dad wire when I was young. So, so what else before we head out? We've been for hour and 46. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I like the speed of the Pi 4, but I'm hoping for they get the part where you can totally boot. And I want to research some of that for doing like basically hardening the Pi 4. It's really great with the speed. I've actually been pretty good on the speed of it. So I just don't know if we're going to go down the whole rabbit hole of doing a Nook and all that just yet. So, but we'll see what we can find out to do. Oh, so it is. Okay, I was just looking on the, I thought it was like they'd do some firmware updates on that, Will. Is it worth the RTSP firmware for a Wise Cam? You want my opinion? You probably don't. I played with some of the Wise Cams, and I know that was probably some of the initial version or two of RTSP. I found it kind of buggy, and that skipped the Nook awfully. Yeah, and so I'll be honest with you. Who said that? Fernando. I'd probably get the camera we were just talking about. That either the Reolink E1 Pro or there's that which we did just talk about it. It's the ES Cam. That's 2 megapixel, which is 1080p. It's $18. And then there's the the Reolink. Yeah, I'm not too much on the Wise cameras. And then there's the Reolink cameras. If you do watch, they do go on Lightning Deal as well sometimes. I think last time it was. Looks like Lightning Deal, they were $37.39. Looks like they've been going on Lightning Deal every couple weeks. So, I had issues with Blue Iris on them, where trying to hit them with Blue Iris and they would stop streaming, just out of the blue, stop streaming, and then you had to pull them up in VLC to get them going again. And I found there was a thread on it. Wise Cam RTSP VLC not working. Let's see if that pulls up. There was one of these on here. They was talking about, I can't find it right now, but there was someone talking about that. Yeah, do we have to restart it? And you pull up the thing in VLC and it works fine for some reason. So yeah, that's one thing I know that I think Amcrest makes one. It's a PoE indoor switch that's PTZ. It's a little on the pricey side. That's the one I want to do. Just hang it upside down from the ceiling inside and this PTZ and call it a day on PoE. It is. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up buying one of the just because it's $18 on Banggood, and we'll see what it looks like. I've had a couple of the ES cams before. I think I did a review on one way back, and it was just regular on VIF. Yeah. That what voltage is that? Oh, hang on. Do they have the voltage on there, Matt? Because that's what I ended up doing with one cam was I did the splitter deal. Because they had a regular 12-volt plug. Oh, so it's five volts, huh? Get your son on Proxmox. I don't know if we're gonna do all that yet. So I don't know. We're gonna we're gonna get the house set up first. So yeah, I'm sure there's got some splitters out there that you could split out. I have done one like that. You have a PoE adapter that was, I want to say it was like PoE 5 volt, if I can spell. I don't know where I found it before. I found it on Amazon, but it had was it this one? It was something like this. They had you could select whether you wanted 5 volts, 9 volts, or 12 volts, and you could connect it to a camera showing like that. So you could do that with that ES cam as well and do the 5 volts. So auto negotiate the network. Okay, yeah, I could see. I think I just have that running on a little 100 megabit switch. So mine's a little different than one I bought before. I forgot which one it was, and it had the little voltage. You could pick the voltage. So all right, unless we have any other crazy pressing questions coming up. Yeah, that is very true, Will. Once you start to add in some other those adapters and everything, it starts to drive up the cost. So I wanted to get one comment from. I wanted to get one. I would say not one comment. One thing from you. I s In that video, and I got myself taken off. Is in the video where I'm starting my son's house. We had a segment in there where we talked about the pantry. And the pantry, we were gonna put a smart light bulb and a Y sensor in there. I get so many comments about just buy PIR bulbs or buy other like light switches and stuff for PIR light switches and everything. I don't know if that's some new folks, but I should have explained more. We went with a smart bulb because from like 4 a.m. to like 7 a.m. we're gonna do it very low brightness at a warm color. And then other times we'll do a bright color, and same thing in the evening. Kind of like that, the whole circadian rhythm type deal of lights on that pantry. And so we already had some Y sensors, so I'm like, hey, we'll throw a light bulb, we'll throw a Y sensor, done, boom, done. Well, it's funny to see people suggest, well, buy this product. It's only $20, but the light bulb was only like $8, and the Y sensor was $5. So I'm like, that was like $13 solution to get it done, and then I could change they have lower brightness. So I thought it was funny. I got so many comments, and me and my son were laughing about it. And I thought it was great though. We got the input back, and maybe we can teach them something that's just so simple to do with a Y sensor and a bulb, and do that. To get your lower brightness. So I don't know what you guys thought. Are we going overboard in that? It's just a simple Y sensor. It's just the little read sensor, and the smart bulb. So that's a whole rant, but I thought it was funny. There's so many comments on there about it. But and I'm sure I'm sitting here and I got a big delay and everybody's thinking about it. The like button is over there. Yep. We got a few likes in there, Will. Yeah, there you go, even cheaper, and it's pure local to the bulb. I talked about that in one of my videos. That Matt, I don't know if he can share the last. This is gonna be the last thing I do. Was it Hackspace IO or something like that, Matt? I want to say it was in here. You're probably cringe. There you go. Smart bulb, smart. Um, we can burn down his server, right? Dang thing, well, let me post a link. There's some links it does, and some of them it doesn't. So I'll post a link to it. And so he did. He did a little rotary switch through the LOHAS bulb. So I thought that was kind of cool. And he's got to go through and you can go through and see. And yeah, I'm assuming he's got some high resolution pictures on there. Maybe we're clicking all on his stuff a little bit. So, but if you want to do something like that, I mean, Matt Virus is in the Discord, and yeah, we probably just really killed your 2 megabit if you're self-hosting that. So, but if you want to hit up Matt in Discord, and talk about the bulb, he's there too as well. So, and he's just as Matt Virus as well, which he claims it's his real name. I think he really changed his name to that legally before all of this. So he just wanted to have a cool last name, make us all jealous. So, all right. Anybody got any other pressing questions? I know this is the second time I'm trying to leave. Don't forget, who did Don Puckett sent me a message already, and Nexus 40 is supposed to. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Nexus 40 was supposed to send me a message as well. I don't know if it's still here. I'm going to send those out to you guys. So I think we covered just about most of what I was thinking of playing with, and went down a big rabbit hole. And down to Zigbee and everything, and maybe we'll do something else at another time. Hopefully it wasn't too boring for you guys. Well, y'all have a good week. And don't get the case of the Mondays or whatever it might be. And y'all have a good week, and y'all take care. And I got to find the end button. There's so many buttons with this new thing.